Now, Tato Aguilera. What? Tato? Sorry, I just said, what are you going to say to Boca's coach? Miguel Russo to coach Boca? Wow.
And this is information that I have. It's something I've been handling for a while now, and he's the candidate.
Lorenzo is 48 hours away from the most important match of at least the last 5 years. And the only thing being talked about in all the national media is
that Boca is going to take away his coach.
In soccer, it's common for one team to try to hire away another team's coach.
Now, on the eve of a semifinal, I've never seen that in my life.
they'll wait for him if he reaches the final. They'll hold off because you're the coach. Their target is Miguel Russo, and there's no secret candidate.
I'm not going to say anything different from the freedom I took yesterday to speak.
That if this is confirmed, if this turns out to be true,
that they called him in these hours.
And that this whole thing about getting closer happened.
And ultimately, I repeat, so they're sons of bitches, they're sons of bitches, they're sons of...
Bitches.
Who? The ones who called him or the people around?
The one who chose him and the one who decided to call him?
Let's see. The one who chose him. The one who chose him can say, no, well, we can call him when the championship is over. That's fine. No problem.
But the one who at this point picked up a phone to check, to find out, to feel things out.
What was happening with Miguel Angel Russo 48 to 72 hours before a game?
a semi-final. Like the one I know this is for Miguel, this semi-final.
Mariano, the last home game, San Lorenzo versus Tigre.
Miguel Angel Russo started crying during the press conference, talking about what this group means to him.
They're announcing the hiring of a coach from a team currently playing in the semifinals. You guys act like it's normal, but for me, it's I'm giving information and I take responsibility for it.
Don't bring Boca into this, as Boca's official communication channels are separate.
I'm speaking for Tato Aguirre, though it hasn't been officially announced.
Perfect for you.
You bring some information
that journalistically is impeccable, because I think it's the first outlet that confirms that Russo is chosen.
Boca has not officially announced it yet. I take responsibility for any information about football or its president, Juan Roman Riquelme, but if you are reporting...
It's because you know that Boca has made progress. The chosen one is Miguel Russo.
But what can't happen is that there's a son of a bitch.
Well, that at this stage, someone would think of making a phone call to someone who's in the position they're in.
Miguel, now listen to me for a second, but wait. In football slang, wait.
Here, the serious thing is, let's see, can you call him on the phone?
Because you're like this. Because you found out. It's what we've all been saying, that here...
Someone did it. The serious thing is that they let it get out.
Is it serious in the world of soccer to get a phone call?
And I want to know, what will happen with you once you finish your time at San Lorenzo?
I want to know, is it wrong for them to call each other on the phone? For the president of a club to call on the phone to see what the situation is?
Well, the intentions. And the bad thing is that they let it leak precisely during this sporting event.
This is tremendous here.
Well, first, it's between two, the biggest in Argentine soccer. Second, it's between two with an important rivalry. Third, one of them is about to play a semifinal that could be historic to reach a final.
Boca's side is already saying Russo will be the coach. For me, there's already damage done. I wasn't even considered as a possibility. Even if they said there are 5 possibilities and Russo is one, I would still feel hurt.
It's going to be sorry. Look, they already know how critical I am.
I won't sugarcoat my opinion on Riquelme's methods and Russo. I've suggested alternatives already.
It's clear what he's doing.
In my opinion, I'm looking for a coach previously tested at Boca at a different career stage.
They'll choose familiarity over potential discovery, even if the situation is different. This might have been mishandled.
The news comes as San Lorenzo prepares for a crucial game. Is it the only club that pursues coaches already under contract?
Or does this happen again? No.
We're constantly comparing, not just discussing Boca.
With the other one, with the one who coached before, Boca?
He usually does it with the last coaches and with this management. Pursuing another team's coach can be controversial, and it's debatable to go after Alfaro at this time.
With San Lorenzo just 2 games away from possibly becoming champion, I think it worsens the situation.
I think what's more serious than Boca's situation is if Miguel accepted the meeting. If they wanted to
Change the plan, I can
Give my opinion. Can I give my opinion? No.
Is it suitable?
He was at Boca 13 years ago, so he knows the world of Boca from that time. He had the best player in the club's history in that squad. He won the Libertadores. They fired him unfairly after the Intercontinental final. It was the Club World Cup. He had one coaching staff. Today he has another coaching staff, and I
think that today
he tried to walk along the
ledge.
You can't walk along the ledge because eventually you'll fall off to one side or the other.
I think it's a coach who doesn't make decisions exactly as he says.
And if the decisions are tough, he has to make tough decisions.
And he's the coach of Boca. No one is pushing him out. They renewed his contract before he was eliminated from the Copa Libertadores.
In the halftime that he lost, I mean...
The halftime, the
15 minutes of Boca Santos, the
shot and the... I think that today
Russo too. I think that today Russo too is under observation.
And I don't remember a match that...
Boca fans say the coach won this one. It's the 3rd time Boca has done it recently, including with Martinez.
At Huracan, they did it with Gago.
But I can give you 50 times.
50 times in
120
years, 50.
You're just giving your opinion and nothing else. I mean,
Try to uncondition mine. That's my view, if you're asking me.
If I have a team, do you choose Russo or not? I have a team, do you choose Russo or not?
not even
Russo.
Technician, it's okay. I can tell you how I feel. I think that instead of Russo...
I believe it was about 10 years ago.
He's in San Lorenzo. On Sunday, he refereed a highly important match that required him to stay focused.
Today, it's already been 24 hours. Let them talk.
Later.
It's been?
Rubio was already involved in San Lorenzo, but today's events escalated the situation dramatically. I think it's in poor taste. It's disrespectful to San.
Lorenzo.
Miguel Angel Russo is the chosen one.
He's the man who...
They've already contacted him and chosen him for the job. In fact, they've already talked about reinforcements for...
The upcoming Boca?
They were already talking about reinforcements.
That Boca wants to take the coach from San Lorenzo 48 hours before a semifinal. If it were the other way around, the scandal that the Riquelmistas, who we already know, would be making. If another team were trying to take Boca's coach before a semifinal?
My goodness, the things Riquelme's henchmen would say, who now just look the other way.
Let me ask you something. Institutionally, when a coach with authority arrives, he needs to have some power.
Not just that.
Not only from the point of view of football ideas, but also honest.
And that's where, as a person, I really admire Gago as an example of an Argentine player. I love it.
But he comes with a big, huge lie.
From a Mexican club, I mean, this is someone who comes blatantly lying to an entire club.
Yes, because he was dying to coach Boca. But tell me, I mean, you didn't like how he arrived?
Go ahead. Badly, he starts off with all the...
Pachamama of Mexico.
Nothing. I'm a good guy. And a technician comes who lied because it's okay.
These are things that happen in soccer. But you...
If they give you the opportunity of your life, whatever you want, those are codes.
You screwed over a lot of...
amazing people.
The role you wanted most in your life is offered to you while you're in another process. No, look.
If not, no. I mean, look, me doing theater.
They offered me things. Where I had to travel and stop doing theater for 2 weeks. But is it...
The dream, one of the greatest longings? Well, now.
I don't have longings that throw me off balance anymore. If there's such a big longing, you can't direct something that has a longing.
It's impossible to refuse him, right?
You have to have certain tools.
Human skills that know how to say no at certain times. And not because...
It's wrong from a human perspective. And I'll add this, Donnie, this is...
Lack of ethics from Boca and lack of ethics from these men.
No doubt, because there's something I just found out now.
Let's do it.
It's messy. There's no doubt it's messy. There's no doubt that those who
Get angry, have
The right to anger, no code at all? And this that Valen says too. I was recently informed that the matter I started investigating is Russian in origin. This is what I was told.
They weren't expecting this messiness, which I think even in Boca they understand is messy.
Good thing that one lasted so long and the other didn't last in the tournament. They thought it was the other way around, you know what I mean? Just because.
They said...
If San Lorenzo was eliminated earlier and Boca lasted slightly longer in the tournament, it wouldn't appear as chaotic.
They're sons of bitches. They're some sons
of bitches. Who?
The ones who called him?
Or the people around Miguel.
Called him?